Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic start to your morning and you're getting ready for the racing that's going to be taking place out at the Vaal. We're going to have the postman tipping out at the Vaal, and you know that the postman always delivers. Guys, listen to his podcast. He always tries to enlighten you with regards to what's going on in the race. Um, and I really enjoy it. And I know I make a couple of bob every time that I listen to him. Yeah, so I'm going to have the postman that's going to take you through the first half of the card. Thank you.
Cheers. Good evening, Steve. Good evening to the Top Tipper family. Racing comes to us on Thursday, the 11th of August from the Vaal Classic track. There are 8 races carded. Before we get involved there, let's go back to Tuesday. We had some mixed fortunes there. Things started off well. We caught the bipod several times, caught the PA several times, showed a small profit there. Value bet, I think, ran second, and the other one was down the field, so a little disappointing there. But we still made a small profit. We did go up to Summerveld over the long weekend, so I'm sure we've got something decent for Friday night and for Sunday at Scottsville, but the kid will go through that. As I said, guys, racing, there are 8 races carded. First event is due off at 12:40. This is a maiden plate for the girls over 1,450 meters. In the first race, you find the first of my value bets. This is horse 3, Outlaw. Calvin Habib rides this Daughter of Jackson for the Ashley Fortune stable. He rode it 2 runs back over 1,200 meters, finishing third on that occasion, less than 2 lengths behind Mrs. Browning. I'm hoping that Calvin jumps from a good draw of 2, holds this one up, and asks for an effort 200 out. But as I said, 6-1, I think, is a nice each-way bet. For second, we have gone for the favorite, horse 2, Misty Cliffs. Gavin Arena taking the ride here for the Magna Yard. Negative, draw 9 out of 10. We need a bit of luck in the running. For third, we've gone for the 4, Up the Irish, Ryan Munger for the Fortune stable. Last time out, ran against winners, never threatened, and maybe good enough to run into the back end of trifectas and quartets. And for fourth, we've gone for horse 1, Silk Garden. Last time let the side down, but 2 fair efforts the time before that. So the first race, 3, 2, 4, 1, and we think that 2 and 3 will be sufficient for the bipod. Second race on the card, due off at 13:15, maiden handicap over 1,450 meters. Please take note, guys, horse 10. Plenty of it to scratch, leaving us with 9 runners. Going through this card, particularly this race, there's nothing going to Hollywood here. We look at the favorite and the second favorite, had 10 runs, never won. Second favorite, 16 runs, still a maiden. And when I look at that, even though the form looks good on paper, I'm certainly not going to bank any of them. In the bipod, I'm putting all 4 selections, and I cannot have a touch here. If I have to have a bet in this race, I'll be playing to beat them. However, my narrow first selection is horse 3, Big 5, Gavin Arena for Quibus Roo. Again, has consistent form, finishing second on the last 3 occasions. Did have excuses last time out, and I think with the strong urgings of Lorena, will certainly give a good account of itself. For second, I have gone for horse number 2, and this is Gimme Royalty. Sianda Sasibo taking the 4 killers off for Shayla Naidu. Last time out was not a bad effort, finishing 4.5 lengths behind the winner. And again, maybe good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. For third, we have gone for horse number 1, Patricia. And this is Muzieni for Paul Peter. This is a current tote favorite. Coming back to run on the Halfveld. Has run on the Halfveld before for a third and a fourth. Again, I certainly wouldn't be taking 14 to 10. I think it can get rolled. For fourth, gone for a bit of a rough here. Horse 5, Ships at Sea. Caden Brewer getting the ride for St. John Gray. We saw Caden win for the stable on Tuesday. And I think, again, 6 to 1, I'll certainly be throwing this one in back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 2, 3, 2, 1, 5. I'm putting all 4 in my bipot. Third race on the card, you're off at 13.55, maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Please take note, guys, there are 2 scratchings. Horse 1, Captain Freedom, is out. And horse 6, She's a Cloyer, is out. So that will leave us with 7 horses. And my narrow first selection here is horse 4, Texas Red. Ryan Munger retaining the ride here for the Fortune Yard. This has had 2 decent efforts. I think it's a progressive sort. Last one out, finishing 3rd behind I Am Giant. And I think, again, this will go pretty close. For second, we've thrown in horse 5, William the Fighter. Gav Lorena for Paul Peter. I think this is joint favourites round about 14 to 10. Last time out, a little disappointing. But the time before that, really, really quick and tied very late. And I do think it's a match race between the 2. For third, we've thrown in horse number 8, Hitsochi. Calvin Habib for the Fortune Yard. This had 1 run against winners. 7 lengths behind Mercantor. Was not a bad effort, considering how well Mercantor's done. And again, certainly throw this one in the pick 6. For fourth, gone for a real roughie here. We're looking for something to help the trifectas or quartets pay. I have thrown in horse number 7, Dil Divani. This is Marco van Rensburg for the Spice Yard. And over this distance with the nice draw of 3, I'm certainly looking for an improved effort. So the third race, 4, 5, 8, and 7. I'm putting 4, 5, 8 in the pick 6. I think 4 and 5 will be sufficient for bipots. Fourth race of the card, you're off at 14.30, mid-rated 66 for the girls, over 2,400 meters. Again, guys, there are 2 scratchings at this stage. Horse 4, Astral Plain, is scratched, and horse 8, Twice as Special, is scratched, leaving us with 6 runners. The favorite here is horse 5, The Mover. Gav Lorena for Joey Somo. This is my narrow first selection. Last 3 runs have been fair. I think this will jump and go to the front, and a worthy inclusion, but certainly will not be having a bet at 6 to 10. For second, gone for horse number 1, Smiley River. Jeff Seister getting the ride for Philip Labuschachny. This one loves this course and distance, 14 runs. My apologies, 6 runs course and distance, 2 wins and 2 seconds. Cannot be left out, even though the favourite is short. For third, going for horse number 2, this is Liverpool Legend. Caden Brewer for the St. John Gray Yard. Has some fair form, always gives a good account of itself, and worthy for a trifecta and back end of quartets. For fourth, thrown in horse number 7, Winning Queen. Cabello Mazziani for Erica Verdenese. Improved effort last time out, and again, good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. I do think 1 and 5 will be sufficient for all exotics. We'll move on to race number 5. And this is draw off at 15.05, mid-rated 68 for the girls, over 1,600 meters. My first selection here is horse number 8, Fantasy Flower. This is Muzieni for Lucky Udalakis. Muzi retains the ride. This one won very, very well last time out. Got up to win going away. The horse that finished second has come out and won since. That was Dancing Arabian. So the form has been franked, and this is my narrow first selection. For second, we've gone for horse 3, Quest from Afar. Calvin Habib for the Adam Azzi and Mark Azzi Yard. This one maiden under Calvin last time out, won really, really well, set a fast pace. I do think that this one will get to the front again. I think he will have his own way. And again, will give a decent account of itself. For third, we've gone for horse 5, Red Carpet Girl, Nathan Klink for Fani Bronkhorst. I certainly won't be leaving this one out, any of my exotics. And we've tipped that to run third. For fourth, I've gone for the 1, Lolo Pelosa, Gavlarina for Yop Visser. 1.5 kilos better off than our first selection for 1.5 lengths beating. Certainly brings this one into contention. And as a real roughie, I'm going to throw in horse number 9, Evening Rise, in our jackpots. So race 5, I've gone 8, 3, 5, 1. And as a lunatic, I'm throwing in the 9 as well. 6 race on the card, you're off at 1540, classified stakes over 1,000 meters. Please take note, horse 9 in the ether has been scratched, leaving us with 11 runners. And in the 6th race, my first selection here is horse number 5, Clean Living. Marco van Rensburg getting the ride for Corne Spiss. Last 2 runs have been in feature races. The time before that, 1 maiden has run 3 lengths behind Gallivanting, who's above average. And I certainly think that 5-1 is a decent price for Clean Living. If this one goes down looking well, we will certainly have an each-way touch. For second, we've thrown in horse number 6, Stormy Lass. Gavin Lerino again for the Magna Yard. The form is there for all of us to see. And again, cannot be excluded from any bet. Third, we've gone for 2, Stormy Seas. Nice to see Randall Simons again, riding for Roy Magna. I see they've pulled the blinkers off this. So just see if there's any equipment changes. And with them doing that, I'm certainly going to throw this one in. For fourth, we've gone for horse 4, Daisy Buchanan. Jared Penny for Ashley Fortune. Jared rode this one last time out, whereby it won maiden really, really well. Could be anything. And certainly throw this one in larger perms. So race 6, we've gone 5, 6, 2, and 4. 7th race on the card, due off at 16:15. Novice handicap over 1,200 meters. Again, I think this is an open event, even though the favorite is quite short. Please take note, guys, horse 7, Java House, is scratched, leaving us with 6 runners. And my narrow first selection here is horse 3, Jinquin. Josh Solomon getting the ride here for Lucky Houdalakis. This won a maiden really, really easily last time out. Very, very speedy, and one with a ton in hand. Could be anything. It stays around about 14-10 and must be included in all exotics. But certainly not bankering. Second, I've gone for the 1, Fast Love, Gavlarina again, this time for Johan Janssen van Vuren. The form has been franked. The drop and trip, I think, will suit. And again, with Gavin aboard, must be included in all bets. For third, we've gone for the 5, Lulu's Boy, Jared Penny, getting the ride here for Corbus Rue. Coming back to the 1,200 meters. Has won and run second out of 6 runs over 1,200 meters. And again, cannot be left out. For fourth, we've gone for the 6, Irrevocable Dream, Muzieni for the Broncos Yard. We know that Fani has had a win, I think, in every single meeting thus far since the new season has started. And again, throw this one in. So in a small field, we've gone 3, 1, 5, 6, and we think it's more competitive than the betting suggests. We move on to the lucky last. Race 8, due off at 16:50, bet rated 76 over 1,450 meters. And here we find the second of my value bets. And this is horse number 8, Castle Corner. Jeff Seister getting the ride here for Stewie Pettigrew. Jeff rode this one last time out, finishing third, just over 4.5 lengths behind Van der Belt. This one loves course and distance, 3 runs, 2 wins, and a second. 7-1, guys. I think this is a really, really good each way. We're going to lump onto this one. Nicely drawn at 2, and I really can't see this one running out of the placings. Second, we've gone for a nice Raffia, horse 3 Bloomington, Muzieni for Fabian Habib, nicely drawn at 1. You can put a line through the last run, ignore it. Samango fell off at the start, but fair form before that. 1.5 lengths to Funky Music, beat Driver's House by over 3 lengths. So again, form is not too bad. For third, we've thrown in the 7, Coming in Hot, Gav Larina for Fani Bronkhorse. Gavin ridden at the last 3 runs for 2 firsts and a 4th, and again certainly cannot be left out. For 4th, gone for a nice Raffia, horse 11 Ashanti Sword, won maiden very, very well last time out. Time before that, running in a feature race, 8 lengths behind Maharani, and I think we were all onto this one last time at 7-1, and again I think this one can run a drum. Race 8, 8, 3, 7, 11. Guys, please just look for jockey changes, betting moves, check for more scratchings. As I said, we did go up to Summerfelt over the weekend. We have got something for Friday, so tune in there. Look after yourselves. Take care. Stevie, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, the postman. I know you spend a lot of time studying form, and you're very passionate about what you do. So hopefully we've steered the guys in the right direction, and they can enjoy their racing out at the Vaal today. Yeah, guys, I'm going to end this video now. Sorry that it's gone up late. We've had technical difficulties through the night, but hopefully you get your video soon. So all in all, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.